and gentlemen, if I have some of you out there, this is Alethea and welcome back to my channel for another video. This video is going to be a get ready with me video, so if you would like to see how I get ready, then please stay tuned. Alright, so I don't know if y'all can tell, but being in the house has made my tan disappear a little bit, and the reason why I know that is because my darkness under my eyes, you can see it a little bit more. I'm not sick right now. I'm still healing, but I'm not sick, so I know that it's because my this is my tan. So, and I think because, and I know I'm losing my tan because I have just started to get back out of the house because of going back to work, because of course I was in the house healing, so I'm not getting any sun. I wasn't getting any sun. However, that is fine. I am perfectly fine with that. So I am going to go ahead and start with my brows, and you guys, there will be another video that's going to come up and you will see where I haul this right here, this brow plumpest, how is it, brow stylist plumper from L'Oreal. It depends on how long you've been with me, you know this is like bae for my brows. However, they stopped selling it in the store. So it's like one day I had this grand epiphany to go and check and see about getting it on Amazon, and I got it on Amazon. Now, while I've been using my Essence brow pencil, and I used it yesterday when I put on makeup, because during pre-planning at work, I'm back at work, and during pre-planning I pretty much don't wear makeup, but yesterday I did wear makeup. So anyway, just kind of trying to get back in the groove of things and all that good jazz. So, but so today I'm actually going to try to use my Anastasia Dip Brow to outline my brow, and then use my L'Oreal to fill it in. I feel like my eyebrows look so much better when I have the brow plumpest styler. Yeah, I just feel like they look so much better, and I have been doing a horrible job. I'll tell you all that I'm going to leave the products in the description box, and I have been doing a horrible job at doing that, but I am going to make sure to leave the products that I use in the description box below. So let me tell y'all, I have been up since 1:50 this morning. Today is going to be a very long day. I have things I have to do when I get off of work. I have a doctor's appointment, not with my plastic surgeon, but with my regular primary physician, because last week I had to do, you know, with the insurance and how they require the well-being checkup. Y'all know, I think insurance is a total rip-off. But anyway, you know, with the well-being checkups, and let me moisturize my lips because they are dry. But anyway, excuse me. But with the well-being checkups, so I go back today to at 4 o'clock to find out the results, everything that they did and all that good jazz. So yeah, I have to do that. I have to go by the UPS store to send back some packages that I got from Amazon. As well as I need to go to the store and get some salad things, because I've just noticed that since I've been back at work, I've gained 4 pounds, and that's only in a week. And that's because, and I should know by now how to resist temptation, but they've had sweet stuff, and baby, I gave in. But anyway, the palette that I'm going to use though is the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm not going to show every color because this is not a tutorial. This is pretty much just a get ready with me, kind of chatty get ready with me. So this morning I have to use, like, I guess you could say, my alternate brushes, because I washed my brushes last night because I hadn't washed them in a while. So I'm using brushes that I have not used in like forever. But anyway, so but yeah, so tomorrow it will be the first day that the students come to school, and I've been working since August the 1st. We've had 5 freaking days of pre-planning. So yeah, so today is day 5 of pre-planning, and then tomorrow the students come back. So anyway, I guess the main thing that I wanted to talk about today, the reason why I decided to do a get ready with me, other than the fact that I was up and I said, well, let me get up and be productive, because I started to get up and work out, but I'm trying to stick to Thursday will be my first day that I'm officially supposed to be able to go back to working out. So I'm just trying to stick as close to doctor's orders as possible, which means Thursday morning I will be working out. I was going to immediately go back to the gym and go to Planet Fitness, which is where I work out at, and I was going to immediately go back to there on Thursday, but I decided that I am going to not do that. I'm going to work out here at home. I'm just going to do some walking on the treadmill, because I can't go back to like doing weights and things like that yet, but I can go back to you know, walking and doing some cardio. So that is what I'll be doing probably for a couple of weeks, or until I feel like well, I'll go back to the doctor in 2 more weeks, to my plastic surgeon basically in 2 more weeks, and then I guess I could ask her what does she think as far as that goes. So yeah, that's pretty much how that goes. But anyway, like I said, I find myself, and I think maybe everybody does it, maybe not, I don't know, but I find myself doing a lot of comparing myself to others. I follow a lot of people like on Instagram, and I'm in a couple of groups on Facebook. Like I'm in a new tummy tuck group that a friend added me to. But I follow I don't care for this brush, but I follow a lot of people on Instagram that have lost weight, be it by whatever means that they chose to lose weight. It just doesn't matter. I just like to see the before and afters, the transformations, what people ate during the time they lost weight or whatever, if they so choose to share that. Just anything that, you know, is available to see, because, you know, just trying to see. But what I find myself doing so is comparing myself. So it's like, I know when I started really getting serious with my weight workouts and weight loss and all that kind of stuff. And so one of the things I do is look at someone in their timeline, and how long has it been since they've been working out, and should I be at the point that they are, or have I done something to hinder my weight loss, you know. Hence, like I said, the comparisons, making the comparisons. I think sometimes making comparisons can be motivating, I guess, depending on how you look at. That's a little bit darker than what I wanted, so let me go. I'm gonna go over that with a different color. But I guess the comparisons can be kind of motivating, depending on, you know, how you're looking at them. But if it gets to the point to where it's too much comparison, I don't think that can be good. And sometimes, even for myself, when I make these comparisons, I'm like, you know, that's not good. That's not good. Because, like, for instance, for me and my stomach is not like washboard flat. You know, you can't bounce up. Well, you probably could, because it is hard. It is hard. I will say that. However, it is not super duper flat like somebody that may have had lipo, or for somebody that may have had, like, their skin was just looser than my skin, you know. Somebody that, because my belly, and I'll try to remember to put a before photo in here, even though this is not a tummy tuck video, but just showing you, well, you know, you all saw, if you've watched the videos, you know how my stomach was. You know how some people lose weight and their stomach is like flat, they just have that apron or hang, but mine was like, not like totally just like flat meat. It was not healthy. the skin still had a little bit of puff. I'm just gonna say puffiness to it. That's what I call it, puffiness to it. So for me, it was like, it wasn't like, so when they pulled my skin down, you know, it tightened, but it still left a little something there, which, and I'm not gonna get up in this video, but I'll show you what I'm talking about when you see another video. But it is not even much. It's just a little bit of maybe it's me, because I asked my babe, I be like, you know, does my stomach still look big? And it's like, no, your stomach does not look big. You don't really have a stomach, so what are you talking about? But you know, I think that what happens is I look at those videos and then I make that comparison, and it's like, you know, I should be where they are. You know, I should not be where I'm at. I should be where she is, or I should be where she is. But you know, I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not, and that's okay. But you know, then it makes me like, okay, what do I need to do to get my washboard flat? Now, I will tell you all in this video that I do plan on going back to get lipo. Even though, I'm just gonna be honest, my babe does not want me to. It's like, you know, not to have another procedure, but there are things that before we got together that I already had in my head that I was going to get done. And so I don't think that when you get with someone that they should automatically, babe, I know you're going to watch this, and you know, I'm not talking about you, I'm just talking in general, so don't take it personal, babe. But you know, and they have to understand that these are plans that were already there. These are plans that were already in place. And when you come from, for me, when you come, I mean, someone that is like a certain size or has never crossed over a certain size would not understand what somebody like me has gone through. When you come from 311 pounds and you have, like for me, excess skin on your arms, or you know, excess skin on your abdomen, you know, thighs just being like, as they would call them, thunder thighs, you know, you just want to make improvements. And it doesn't mean that you don't love yourself the way you are. It just means that these are some things that you would like to do for you. So with that being said, my babe does not want me to per se have these other procedures like the lipo. Let me make another correction here. It's not that my babe doesn't want me to get the lipo or get my arms done. It's just the timing. My babe thinks I should wait a year before I get something done, and then another year. But my argument is, and my point is, if you keep waiting all that time, then, you know, when are you going to get to totally enjoy everything you've done? However, I will say that Pumpkin doesn't want me to get anything else done. But coming from someone that weighs 105 pounds, yeah, my baby doesn't understand. So, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure I clarified that. Oh, and and this is number 240, 340. Yeah, 340. This is a little bit redder than my skin, but, you know, not a little bit red. Yeah, this is a little bit warmer than my skin, but it blends in nicely. You all know how Fenty goes. It does oxidize and make me look a little bit more warm than I would like, especially, you know, when my skin is kind of changing colors, so to speak, meaning I'm not as tanned, but it all works out, so I like it. But anyway, so like I said, you know, it's just things that were already there, plans that were already in your mind that you had already put, you know, like on your, for me, some things are on my vision board or in my, what I write sometimes and write down things that I want, you know, it's just there. The things that I want to do. And so I just feel like, you know, it's like when you get with someone, please just understand that these are plans that were made before we got together. And while I appreciate the fact that you love me the way I am and you accept me for who I am, these are things that I need to do for myself. So with that being said, like I was saying, I kind of got long-winded. I do plan on having lipo since I could not get the lipo with this surgery. I do plan on getting lipo, but also, like I said, I do plan on getting my arms done. Now, I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to get done first, whether it's going to be the lipo or the arms. But I think it may be the lipo, because I'm thinking I could do the lipo and be off of work for maybe a week and just go back with, like, you know, and just go back to work like nothing has ever happened. Because from what I've been reading with the lipo, I think it's just a little bit different depending. But lipo, the healing time is, you know, of course, not what the healing time is or was for a tummy tuck, or is for a tummy tuck, let me put it that way. So I should be able to go back to work in no time. But as far as the arms, I'm sure that it's going to take a little bit more time for the arms. However, my plan for my arms is either during spring break or at the very beginning of the summer, because one thing that I don't want to do is end up taking up the end of my summer to heal, because I took up the end of this summer. So I would like for us to be able to do something at the end of next summer without it being taken up with, you know, me having to heal. But yeah, like back to what I was saying, sometimes I find myself comparing just a little bit too much, and comparing too much can be very, very toxic. And then I have to look back, and what knocks me out of that quote unquote coma of comparing myself and my journey to someone else's journey is I have to think about, you know, my journey is my journey and their journey is their journey. I mean, I make mistakes along the way. I slip up, just like, you know, like I said, when I went back to work, I, you know, partook in eating, you know, sweets, donuts, and things like that they had that I knew I didn't need, but they were there, and, you know, I did partake in them. A couple of people at work would make jokes saying, oh, you eat solid food, because, you know, my coworkers kind of caught on and see how hard I've worked and know, you know, the changes that I made with my diet and my routine. But, you know, things just happen. It happens sometimes. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and go off and set my face and put my what do you call that, my eyeliner on. But I don't remember where I was. I think I remember where I was. So as I was saying, I also look at the fact that some of the people whose journeys I follow are, you know, younger in age than I am. I mean, I am not like 20 something years old, and some of these people that I watch are like really young adults. And so sometimes, you know, the metabolism and all that jazz come into play. So I can't expect my, you know, weight loss or my journey to be comparable to someone that age. And also, like I said, habits and things that you do, you know, messing up, or, you know, changing what you change and what you don't change, how much restriction you put yourself on when it comes to what you eat, all that good jazz, all those things, you know, play a part in, you know, the progress, or how fast or how slow you're going to lose weight. So, you know, those are factors. And I will admit, I have not been 100% perfect, but I also realize and that my goal, someone else may have set a goal to be 150 pounds or to be 130 pounds. That is not my goal. I just want to clarify what I'm saying, because I don't think that what I'm saying is kind of coming out clear. And what I'm trying to say basically is, I'll see someone who's had a goal of 130 to 150. And my goal has always been 180. And sometimes I may think, well, maybe I should have set my goal at 130 or 150. Or maybe I should have set my goal at 140 or something like that to get to where she is. But that wasn't my goal. So sometimes looking at someone and their goal can get you distorted on what your goal is. I'm fine with my goal, but sometimes that comparison can make you second guess your goals. While I do want to get down some more, I have about 20 more pounds that I want to lose. So while I do want to get down some more, I do not desire to be 130 or even 150 pounds. I am 5'4.5", which is not what you would call tall. However, it's not what you would call, you know, petite as far as height goes. So, you know, this much, I have to take all that into effect. But not just that, you know, it's not just looking at that, but looking at the fact that, you know, I'm a curvy woman, and I'm just not, you know, I realize now, you know, I'm not going to say that I knew it automatically when I first started losing weight, that I wasn't going to be like straight up and down, but, you know, I'm not worried about an inner tube duct. I'm just going to work. I'm not trying to be all fancied up and everything. So sometimes when I go to work, there are some things that I'll do that I don't normally do. You know, it's just different. So for me this morning, I'm not worried about a tear duct highlight. So I'll say that. But anyway, so like I was saying, I mean, I could have possibly, actually, I'm not going to even lie. I did not know what I was going to look like when my weight came down. You know, I did not know how many curves I was going to have. I didn't know if I was going to be straight up and down. I didn't know if I was going to lose all my thighs, all my hips. I didn't know that. And actually now my hips are way more defined than they were before I lost the weight. And I guess because of having the stomach. But even before I lost the stomach, my hips were not my hips had already come out more, or it seemed they came out more after I lost weight. You know what I mean? So so now I know that you know, my curves, the curves did not go anywhere. The curves just, if anything, became more pronounced. So having a vision in your head of what you're going to look like, sometimes we, you know, may not need to do that. Now, somebody could go on that has the financial means, could go on and do all kind of stuff like thigh lifts and 360 body lifts and all that to make their body look like what they envision. However, I'm not well off. I cannot do a 360 body lift. I cannot do, I mean, I possibly could save the money to do a thigh lift, but is a thigh lift something that I want to do? I can't say that it is. I can't say that I want to do a thigh lift. At one point, I did want to do a thigh lift. I'm running mascara. At one point, I did want to do a thigh lift, let me not lie. But now, as I look at my body and I see my curves and I see how I have panned out, you know, a thigh lift is not all that important to me. However, the arms are important to me. The lipo of my flanks is important to me. So there are things that are important to me. So it's like I have to prioritize, you know, what is something that I'm willing to continue and deal with long term, and what is something that, you know, what is something that not just long term, but what is something that I'm willing to deal with for the rest of my life, and what is something that I want to take care of right here and right now. You know, so I just have to look at that. But like I said, just going back to what I was saying, comparison can be something that could be very detrimental. And we have to realize that everyone is different. Everyone's journey is different. And no matter what the comparison may be, the comparison could be in jobs. The comparison could be with finances. The comparison could be with your homes. The comparison could be with your vehicles. It could be with anything. And we have to realize what is meant for us is for us. And, you know, we could cause ourselves serious problems by trying to keep up with, as the song would say, the Joneses. Oh, song my mom used to play when I was a child. I think it was about the Temptations or somebody. But you cannot keep up with the Joneses. You cannot base your life on what is going on with the next person. Whether that person is a friend, a family member, somebody that you don't even know, or somebody that you work with. You can't base your life around them. Alright, so basically to sum it all up, as I was saying, we have to base our journeys on us and our lives and the goals that we set for ourselves. We can't base our goals and our lives on someone else's goals. That goes for, like I said, weight loss, financial means, whether it be your house, I mean, whether it be children, getting married, or whatever. You cannot base your life on what someone else is doing with theirs, because if you continue to make those comparisons, it can really be detrimental to your mental stability and what you want for yourself, because you end up getting lost in what someone else wants, thinking it's what you want, when in actuality it is not. So you know, it's okay to look at someone else's journey and take inspiration from it and root them on and cheer them on. However, don't take theirs on as yours. And make sure that no matter what it is that you're doing, whatever your goal is, if it's something with your weight in your body or whatever like that, you have to do what you have to do for you and for yourself. If it's something that you and someone else are trying to attain, you know, you all have to do what you have to do for yourselves, but you can't base it on what the next person is doing. So I hope I wasn't too long-winded in this video. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give me a thumbs up, comment, like is a thumbs up. Comment, thumbs it up, and share it across all your social media sites. And until the next time, in between time, you ladies and gentlemen, be safe, and I will do what? See you in the next one. Bye.